Hello dear students, this is Jaswinder, Managing Director at P.EDUCATORS. Once again, welcome you in our online class. Today I have brought debatable topic for you, that is agree disagree. Before turning to today's topic, once again I would request you to like, subscribe and share our YouTube channel. So let's come on to the topic now. So the today's topic says some people think that it is fine for professional sports players to misbehave on or off the field. Some people have opinion it is okay if professional sports players misbehave on the field or off the field. If they are misbehaving, it's okay as long as they are performing well on the playground. Do you agree or disagree? So now they are asking one thing. Do you agree or disagree? But over here, many students make mistake. What they do, they make one or two body para for agree, and somehow they say we also disagree with this statement. But I will tell you, in case of debatable topic, you are asked two types of questions. Do you agree or disagree? Or to what extent do you agree or disagree? So in case of do you agree or disagree, you need to pick one particular side and go for that, not, and you don't need to touch the second side. So what we need to do in case of to what extent do you agree or disagree, I will discuss in the next video, when we will go for the topic to what extent do you agree or disagree. For this particular, I will tell you, if you are asked do you agree or disagree, then you need to pick one particular direction. Either you agree or you disagree. So with this statement, actually uh, I have disagreed, and I have got some points for disagree with that statement. You may have your point of view for the agree, but from my perspective, it's good to disagree with this sort of topic, because misbehavior is always um, we should never agree with that sort of misbehavior. So for the disagree, I've got the point. The first point says sportsmanship spirit is likely to disappear. So sportsmanship spirit is likely to disappear among the players if if they misbehave towards their rivals, or in other words, you can say misbehavior towards the rivals can cause a harm to the sportsmanship spirit. This can act as a main point, your main thought, and then you need to exemplify in order to support your main thought. So in case of example, what can we say now? See, every player has different thinking and attitude. So some players may take misbehavior very personal on the playground. So they are supposed to become violent, and playground might turn into battleground. So in other words, definitely different players have different thinking and attitude. Some are even short tempered and they get annoyed very soon. So they may not have ability to tolerate the misbehavior on the playground. So they are supposed to get annoyed with such misbehavior on the playground. So it is quite common for them to become violent, and playground might turn into battleground. So uh, in result, they play more aggressively for their personal revenge rather than playing according to the team situations. So, conclusively, we can say the misbehavior may have detrimental effect on the spirit of sportsmanship, or in other words, we can say the spirit of sportsmanship is likely to be affected badly because of the approach of misbehaving on the playground or of the field. So this is one particular point. You guys can elaborate this particular point in a decent manner and develop a full body para. You don't need to put 2 points in one body para. This whole concept can be arranged in one body para. So this is the one idea that support to your viewpoint why you disagree with the statement. When it comes to the second point, violence caused by violence caused by misbehavior of players on the playground sets disgraceful example in front of young sports learners, or we can say in front of upcoming sports players. Violence, once again I will repeat, violence caused by misbehavior can set the bad examples in front of upcoming young sports players. Definitely, it will act as a bad example in front of them. So, when we have to justify our thought, how it's gonna set a bad example, we can put a real life example. And as in my previous videos, I told you, putting real life example has great impression on the examiner. You are highly recommended to put your real life experience or anything that you have been familiar in reality that had happened. You guys can talk about that reality in your essay to make your point more convincing to the examiner. When I talk about the real life example here, um, I brought one real life example from the sport, that is cricket. Once Mitchell Starc, an Australian bowler, did sledging on the playground against Kieran Pollard, who is a player of West Indian team. Okay, so on the next ball, Kieran Pollard kept himself away from the pitch just because of anger he had. His concentration was broken, or in other words, Kieran Pollard kept himself away from the pitch because his concentration was lost because of the sledging which was done by Mitchell Starc. However, Starc delivered very fast ball towards his legs. Kieran Pollard kept himself away from the pitch just because of his lost concentration due to sledging. However, Mitchell Starc delivered very fast ball towards his legs. So the situation became even more tense, and in response, Kieran Pollard threw his bat towards the Mitchell Starc. So it became a very violent scene on the playground. Umpires and other team members had to come into action to overcome the situation. They had to control both the players and viewers who were watching the match uh, would have been depressed because this was such a violent scene and it should not have happened on the playground, but it happened actually. So, conclusively, we can say that such situations or such happenings mislead youngsters and they may start considering violence as a part of game. This can raise serious controversies among the teams and the people of different nations. Therefore, I personally believe players must be restricted to show the misbehavior towards their rivals in order to maintain the value of sports and show a sense of discipline while playing. So these are the two particular points you guys can define in this particular essay. Okay, so I hope you understand this. And in case of conclusion, intro, as I had already told you, you need to just paraphrase the given statement in a healthy manner. You need to put some vocabulary to make your intro very impressive. And the last line would be, here I would like to accord, if you agree, but we don't agree here. So here I would like to discord with the given statement. When it comes to conclusion, you can write, to recapitulate, undeniably allowing misbehavior can create um, a twist in the game, and sledging can be considered a common part while playing a sport. However, I still believe that misbehavior can invite major shortcomings, or in other words, major drawbacks for the sports and players who play for their nations. Therefore, players must, therefore, the misbehavior must be strictly controlled in order to prevent sportsmanship and make the sports uh, more entertaining, peaceful, and enjoyable. So this is all about the essay. Dear students, you need to write this and send me so that I can check out and give you feedback. Um, Once again, I would advise you to stay at home and take care of yourself. Uh, do your practice. Enjoy the IELTS learning. Have a nice day from my side.